I'm Dr. Tammy Crater. I am Superintendent of Warren Township Schools, and I'm here with two new employees. I'm happy to welcome them to Warren. We have Mr. Heaney, who is the new principal of Woodland School, and Mrs. Hegemule, who is the new Director of Special Services. And I'll ask them a few questions so that the community can get to know them a little bit better. I'm going to ask each of you to share your background with the community. We'll start with you, Mr. Heaney.
Well, education's always been in my life. From a young child, I kind of always knew I was going to be in education. My dad was a teacher for 30 years. My uncle was in teaching, and I always knew that that's where my path was going to, lead. So when I went to college, I quickly enrolled in education, and I studied biology education at Westchester University, where I also played soccer, and got a great experience in education, and was very fortunate to land a job at Branchburg Central Middle School quickly after graduating. I spent 11 years in the classroom and absolutely loved it, but I knew that I needed to spread my wings and become more of a leader in the building. So I went back to Centenary College, where I studied educational administration, and then was very fortunate to land a job as an assistant principal at Summit Middle School. And I had a great experience there, but again knew it was time to grow wings and become the leader in the building, and was very, very lucky to land in Woodland Elementary School.
That's great. We're lucky to have you. And Mrs. Hegemule.
I started my career actually as a mental health counselor or therapist, and I've always been interested in education and psychology, so in marrying the two together I became a school psychologist. I actually did that graduate work at Montclair, and then I pursued leadership through the next several years, both at Rutgers and at Montclair State University. I have an extensive background in special education, child study team, counseling, parent support groups, and parent advisory councils. All of my experience has been within the New Jersey schools, which is probably over about 25 at this point. Most recently, I was the Director of Educational Services in Highland Park Public Schools, and I'm very excited to continue my service within the Warren Township Schools.
And we're excited to have you here as well. Can each of you talk a little bit about how the experiences you've had will help you in Warren? And this time we'll start with you, Mrs. Hegemule.
I have many experiences to draw upon, but I really look forward to, and one of the things that drew me to this community is the collaborative nature of the administrative team, and within, it seems to be within the teaching staff as well. There's strong community relations, and I think my experience in understanding that, I bring to the table my understanding of flexibility and communication. My experiences over the course of several years have taught me to think out of the box and be innovative, and working with different approaches in special education. I think it's important to have that knowledge and that flexibility. I bring a lot of understanding to the table in conflict resolution, outreach within the community, and parent outreach as well.
Thank you. Mr. Heaney?
Well, I've been very, very fortunate to have worked in very high-performing districts. Branchburg and Summit are very similar to Warren in the high expectations of the students and the staff. So I think that being in similar experiences has helped me to become a good leader throughout my life. Mr. Block, who's the principal there, really I couldn't have asked for a better mentor as I became a leader in the building. We really transformed the building into a 21st century classroom, and we really were able to see kids come alive in class and really see real collaboration and real critical thinking that was going on in the building. And I'm excited to bring those experiences with me to Woodland. But really, I think that you attend conferences and you read books, but my experiences in working with others that are true great leaders has really helped shape me to who I am today.
Great. Mr. Heaney, in your opinion, what makes a school or a school district successful?
Well, by far it's the staff, it's the teachers. And while I'm the leader in the building, the teachers are the most important, because they are who work with the kids every minute of every day in the classroom. And a great school has committed individuals that not only talk to the students academically, but also build them socially and emotionally. I really believe that in order to fully educate children, you have to educate the whole child. And good schools know how to build programs where that happens.
Mm-hmm. And Mrs. Hegemule, you mentioned that you were drawn to Warren partially because of the collaborative nature of the administrative staff. Is there anything else that you can think of that drew you here to Warren?
Warren has a reputation of excellence in education, and I'm very familiar with this area and have always heard such great things about Warren and how much the community values their input, as well as in a, again, collaborative nature with the educational staff. Student diversity, student with abilities, student with disabilities, and that whole nature is what's drawn me here. I think it's a community that really focuses on student needs regardless of what they may be.
Thank you. What is it that you each want parents or students to know about you, Mr. Heaney?
I think most importantly is just how excited I am to be here. I really feel like this is a dream come true. Driving here on the first day, I just felt like the luckiest guy in the world, because this is what I've been hoping for my whole career. And I think I'd want people to know that I'm a father of a fourth grader and a first grader, and the times that I spend with my children are extremely important and extremely exciting times. And it's such an important time in the life of a child. And I think that this is when you really motivate them to really go down a path of being a good educator and a good citizen, and I'm glad to be able to do that now in an elementary school. I'd also like people to know that I love Disney World. We go every year as a family. Something about that magical feeling when you walk in, and I just really love being with kids, and I always have.
That's great. I'm sure the kids will love hearing about your trips to Disney. And Mrs. Hegemule?
Equally, I'm extremely excited to work in Warren. I too am very happy to be here, and like you, I felt the same excitement coming here on my first day. I think I would like the community to know that I am very approachable, very flexible, and solution-oriented in how I approach helping people in the community. I really welcome discussion. I truly feel that that's very important, as well as I feel that the people need to know that there's different approaches to get to the same solution. So that engagement and being involved, I think people will find me very open in that area to be able to help them. As far as personally, I'm a lifelong learner. I never stop learning myself. I try to pursue every opportunity to do that. I enjoy spending time with my family. I have 3 children. They're grown, but I do have 3 children, spend a lot of time with them. I enjoy cooking and bike riding for fun. And I really have an appreciation for the arts. Try to catch a Broadway show, a good one now and then, and you know, just have some fun in my life. So that's.
I know that you will join me in welcoming our 2 new administrators, and I am confident that Mr. Heaney and Mrs. Hegemule will help us shine brighter every day. Thank you.